first episode of the JerseyBoyz pod. I'm your boy D, your host D. D Talk Sports on TikTok and YouTube. So today we'll be getting into some of the NFL stuff, and later in time, once we get our schedule a little bit more acclimated, I will be doing sports talk. I will be doing maybe bet slips, and maybe even add another day of doing the podcast. For right now, we're only uploading every Tuesday between 5 and 6 o'clock. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit more about myself. I am a senior at Rowan University. I'm in my last semester. Thank God. I hope going to more on-screen talent, maybe some social media. I ran a couple social media accounts. This is what I kind of do. So let's get into it. So the first NFL, it started. I'm a Eagles fan, Philadelphia, damn near Philadelphia, everything. So let's get into the best game of the, not the best game of the week, because there is a better game of the week, but the way to start off the best way to start off the NFL season. Eagles versus Cowboys. At the beginning of the game, Jalen Carter got kicked out for spitting on Dak Prescott, but later, I was pissed off when it first came out, but later finds out Dak spit on the floor. You know, everybody knows, especially where I come from, spitting is a disrespect. You spit, you want to fight. So he spit back. He just did the right thing and spit back at him. But also, without Micah Parsons, the Cowboys' defense is just looks like they need more help. Yes, they were getting to Jalen Hurts, but not as much as with Micah Parsons. Jalen Hurts looked like he did last year, but he just needs to pass the ball more. Just get that ball out a little faster. Smitty and my fault. Smitty and AJ Brown, my fault. Smitty and AJ Brown were looking like were non-existent during that game. By the way, that's my girlfriend in the back. They were looking very not promising because I don't know. Jalen Hurts just need to get the ball out, but at the same time, he ran the ball a lot. Saquon looked amazing, but it could have just wasn't the, I guess, the burst he was last year. But it's only week one. We play the Chiefs next week. We're going to see how that goes because that's going to be that's going to be nice. Nice to see Super Bowl rematch. I think I'm always going to go with my Eagles, but again, still trying to not be a biased football fan or biased fan at all. It's just gonna be a good game. I wouldn't even be mad. Whichever outcome happens, it happens. Without star corners, the Eagles DBs look like need to find their footing. Like the DBs, it just looked bad. It was pass interference, not like personal fouls, like not the way the Eagles defense should look. Not having Darius Slay is looking very scary, and it looked like I don't know. It just didn't look the best. CD having catching issues. He had very big catching issues, at least towards the end of the game. That first big catch in the beginning of the game got them to the 5, and Javonte Williams be able to run that in was looking scary, like it was going to happen. It happened twice, but after that, it wasn't. Eagles took over. Yeah, but CD looked missing 3 crucial catches towards the end of the game. As Eagle fans, I was happy, but as a football fan, you need to get together. The Friday game, where I thought it'd be more of a shootout, it was Herbert looking good. Is he going to figure it out? Because he just looked like the better quarterback in that game. Chargers offense looked unfazed, especially Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston, everybody knows if you're an NFL fan, Quentin Johnston drops passes. Like, he drops passes. And he barely dropped any. Like, even open passes, he didn't. Like, he was good. It might be a career year for him. Chiefs looking rattled. They looked, oh no. It just looked bad. Especially Chiefs defense. Just good against the run, decent against the run, and just horrible against the pass. Like, it was heartbreaking. Mahomes, yeah, he did not look like, especially in the first quarter, did not look like himself, overthrowing everything. He had at least 2-3 touchdowns, but he just overthrew them a little bit. used to having Xavier Worthy, the speedy, to be able to catch up with that ball, throw it farther, catch it. Just didn't look that way. But that pass at the end of the game, being able to scramble out and just throw it up to Hollywood Brown was Hollywood Brown should have got it in, but it's okay. It was a great pass, and the pass to Travis Kelsey. I had Travis Kelsey in my bet slip, and he actually got it. He just needed 3 more receptions, but it's okay. It's just now, but Chiefs lost to the Chargers. Now they're dead last in their division, but it's only week 1. But still, the Chiefs need to get it together. Tua, don't Tua. Dolphins versus Colts. That game was I expected. Yes, both teams aren't the best, but at the same time, the Miami Dolphins shouldn't have played that bad at all. At all. Um, Tua looked horrible. I forgot how many passes he had. My fault. NFL. We're going Rams, Dolphins, Patriot. No. Dolphins, Patriots next week. That game's gonna be even worse. That game's gonna be even worse if the Dolphins don't get their stuff together. But Dolphins, Colts, Tua threw 2 interceptions, and they were just bad passes. It wasn't like the pass. What game was that this week? The tip pick. We had a lot of tip picks this week though. The tip pick, Bengals Browns, where the tip pick bounced off of the receiver and then it was tipped into the hand. No, Tua just threw bad passes, just horrible passes, which is unexcusable for you getting paid that much and also you just being a starter quarterback in the NFL. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be throwing passes like that. He only had Tua 14 for 23, 144, 1 pass touchdown, 2. Yeah, 1 pass touchdown, 2 interceptions is not okay. God, somebody called me, but yeah, it's not looking good. It was not looking good for the Dolphins at all. Will the Finns make trades? Like, they have big names like Tyreek Hill. Would they trade him to like start the rebuild? Because they're not gonna be in the right space. Daniel, I don't know who that is. Daniel Jones showing why the Giants paid him. Daniel Jones had a game. The funny thing is, right now, the MVP frontrunners in Week 1: Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Darren Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Justin Herbert. Like, 2 of those names that had horrible seasons last year. So this is going to be a very interesting season. Like, a very interesting season, and I'm looking forward to it. Will the Colts trade Anthony Richardson? I think they could keep a good backup, but they could possibly get some. They probably can get something, like trade him to the Miami Dolphins and get some draft capital. Dolphins might be looking for a new QB. Maybe not, because they paid Tua so much, but still. But okay, on to the next game. I had a lot to talk about that game. Steelers versus Jets. A sensational game. Not the best game on the list, but a sensational game. Both offenses looked electric. They looked great. Justin Fields playing his best football. It contained a lot of running, but not the most running in the world. For somebody, a scrambler quarterback like him, didn't even do much running of the ball. He only had 12. He rushed 12 times, but 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. Most of those were touchdown runs. He passed for 16 for 22, 218 in a passing touchdown. One passing touchdown to being to Garrett Wilson on the leaping catch. It was amazing. But on the other side, Aaron Rodgers, who played for the Jets last year, didn't have the best season. Actually played really good. 22 for 30, 144 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. For somebody who didn't do the best last year, who might have caught, like, everybody thought the Jets were a playoff caliber team, especially ever since in 2023 when he got traded. Thought he was going to be the next thing, lead the Jets to their first Super Bowl in a while. Um, yeah, or his first playoff appearance in a while since the 2010s. But turns out it didn't end that way. One of the worst teams in NFL, but They might make a comeback this year. Justin Fields, watch out for him. Aaron Rodgers using DK like Devontae Adams. Yo, DK, no, yet did he, knowing that he didn't score was crazy, but 4 receptions, 83 yards, looking like his former self in Seattle. Uh, the last the last couple years of his career, he really didn't pass the ball much. Um, Not pass the ball. He didn't catch the ball much. Tyler Lockett holding him back. Then they got Jackson Smith and the Jigba hold him back a little bit. So, yeah. Steelers defense at the end looked great. They looked amazing. Jalen Ramsey, pickups like Jalen Ramsey. They're missing people in the secondary like Minka, but at the same time, and also they just got Jabril Peppers, so Jabril Peppers might be able to fill that low void that they have right now. Uh, they're, I don't know, that game was a shootout, but it was amazing. Jets defense also has to do a little better. They have to do better. The names they have on the defense, you know what I mean, they have two one of the highest paid two highest paid non-quarterbacks, not the highest, but two of the highest non-quarterbacks in the league on the one side of the ball, and every other spot has names. It has players. So for how good their team is, they should be doing way better. Then we're gonna go into the battle of rookies, Jaguars versus Panthers. Travis, first game, majority offense, but only had attack on defense. Didn't look the craziest on defense. Was getting beat on some routes, but overall, decent game. Panthers look like the same team as every year. I'm not a Panther fan, but we all want the starting quarterback to have a good year. But Bryce Young is not looking great. The instant of Bryce Young of the Panther season last year, Bryce Young had a good year. Like, he was having a good couple seasons. He almost beat the Eagles, and I was scared that game. He looked electric the back half of last season. Bryce Young, this might be his make or break year. If he doesn't, we don't know what's going to happen. T. Law needs to have a great season. Yes, T. Law needs to have a season if he wants to. I don't know. He's going to be the quarterback because they paid him so much and they drafted him with the number one overall pick. But at the same time, I just don't know. I don't know. But move on to the next game. Cardinals versus Saints. Saints looking like a shell of their former self. Play a decent game, but they're not going to be anything. They're in the worst division in NFL. I personally think so. They let the Cardinals, who, yes, they're a decent team, have good offensive weapons, but are lacking very much on the defensive side of things. Kyler Murray, 21 for 29, 163, and 2 touchdowns. Decent. That's just Kyler Murray things. Try to scramble out of there, get out of there. He also added 7 carries, 38 yards. But then Marvin Harrison looked like he should have been proving everybody wrong, because last year he didn't have the best season. So he's proving everybody why he should have been drafted there. 5 receptions, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown. And that 1 touchdown was a pretty good touchdown if you watch Sunday Night Football. Spencer Rattler actually didn't have the worst game in the world. Was drafted last year in, I think, the 4th or 5th round, and had a stint last year. Played not the best, got benched. But then now is a starting quarterback this year. Went 27-46 through 46 passes, but 214 yards. Just all around, he had a decent game. Alvin Kamara, expect a little bit more production out of him, but averaged 4.1 yards a carry on 11 carries, 45 yards and a touchdown. It's not what we expect out of Alvin Kamara, but it's only week one. Like I said, can't can't expect too much. We're gonna go into the next game. Oh, one more thing about that game. Second round, Will Johnson, cornerback Will Johnson, had a game, had a pick. Yes, it was overthrown, but at the same time, he was the highest graded rookie graded cornerback, rookie cornerback in the draft. Drafted second round by by the Cardinals, and showing them why. They passed. He was projected to go top 10 and fell all the way to the second round to the Cardinals. Getting Cardinals get another good cornerback stud like Max Melton in the second round. Giants versus Commanders. Debo showing everybody why he can still do it. Even me, I had doubts about Debo. Debo, especially on the 49ers of those last couple seasons, didn't have the best production. So I truly didn't think he was the best wide receiver, especially how much they hyped him up to be. We're going Russell Wilson, Giant. Yes, it's already confirmed he's starting for week 2, but the Giants might be moving towards Jackson Dirk earlier than we thought. Russell Wilson, 17 for 37, 37 passes, only 17 completions. That's 20 incompletions, only 160 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. This is the only game for somebody not to score a touchdown in. They're just lacking rushing rushers. Malik Neighbors is just always just going to be him. Any other team, he's a wide receiver one, but he would have been a star at year 1 and year 2. Jaden Daniels had a decent game, 19 for 30, still with the incompletions, but 233 yards and a touchdown. The Commanders rookie, is he a rookie or undrafted? I think he's a UDFA actually. Where do you? Yes, a 7th round draft pick, rookie running back, was the bright side of the Commanders' offense. 10 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Also, Jaden Daniels added 11 carries, 68 yards, but still great. And then Debo scoring on that end around or the backwards pass for a 20-yard touchdown was great. So he also had 7 receptions, 77 yards. Everybody probably bet on Terry McLaurin, Zach Ertz get yards and receptions, but it all went to Debo. But Debo he's gonna have a great season. He should have a great season. Let's move on to the next game. We're gonna keep on going. Bucks Falcons. Not disappointed. Emeka Ibuka looking like a great draft pick. Ohio State wide receiver. It was looking like wide receiver U right now. Garrett Wilson, Emeka Ibuka, JSN, the ones that come top of my head, playing amazingly. Better than the LSU wide receivers. You know what I'm talking about. Falcons looking good despite the loss. Falcons actually had a decent, Michael Penix had a decent game. 27 for 42, almost 300 yards, 2 off of 300 yards passing and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson could rush a little better, 12 for 24, only averaged 2 yards a carry, but he had 100 yards in the receiving, 6 receptions, 100 yards and a touchdown. And actually, Kyle Pitts actually showed up on Sunday. He actually had a good game. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting season for the Falcons. I also have the Falcons next week. Next week, I will be doing my records for every team. Actually, no. Look out for that on TikTok. I will be releasing a TikTok of TikToks where I give every team, all 32 teams, show their schedule and predict their records. But into the next game, Bengals versus Browns. Okay, looking like the same fate for the Bengals. They might make the playoffs, but they're not going to go anywhere. Burrow didn't have a good game at all. Burrow did not have a good game. only had 113 yards, just over 100, one passing touchdown. Yeah, it's just not looking. It's just how it always goes. But get your star receiver Jamar Chase in there, 2 receptions, 26 yards. I know Jamar Chase was a lackluster for everybody's picks this week, especially mine. I had him for like 50, didn't get it. 50 and 50 is light for Jamar Chase, so it just looks scary. Browns actually did not look the worst. They actually had a decent game. Despite the loss, 1 point loss to a team like the Bengals isn't bad. Joe Flacco, sadly the tipped interceptions, just the turnovers. They needed to produce a little bit more. Joe Flacco threw 45 times, 31 for 45, 291, touchdown, 2 interceptions. That's all I gotta say. The game. It's the Browns. I would love for Shador to get some playing time, but that's biased. I just love Shador. We love the Sanders. Let's go back. Not back. Let's go into the next game. Raiders Patriots. Raiders looked amazing last night, or the other night. My fault. Looked amazing on Sunday. Gino looking like a great signing, pairing him with his former coach Pete Carroll. Yeah, it just looked. Pete Carroll might be doing something different in Las Vegas, creating a different culture, because that whole team just looked really, really good. Sadly, Brock Bowers, the injury. But I don't know how long I think most people don't know. Yeah. Brock Bowers it's not the worst injury. Pete Carroll said day to day, but you know how coaches over exaggerate. But Brock Bowers still had a game, 5 receptions, 103 yards, but sadly got injured. But he's looking like a monster. And then Jacoby Myers, 8 receptions, 97 yards. Like, that whole team, Gino threw for 362. Had a great game. Drake May and the Patriots. I just don't know what to say much about the Patriots. They went out, got a lot of people, got a lot of assets for their team, but just need to do better. I don't know. We need more production. They just need more production. Drake May had a lot of completions. He only missed 16 passes. It's just that running game is just lackluster. It's very lackluster, and passing is not. Yes, passing can win you the game, but you need the dual threat. We're gonna go into the next game. 49ers Seahawks. That game was atrocious. Brock Purdy has to play better. It's just the 49ers, to me, have to play a little bit better. The 49ers the 49ers were in the NFL for years, and for them to to barely steal this game away is, I don't know. Chris McCaffrey actually had a great game, 22 for 69 on the ground and 9 for 73 in the air. And Ricky Pearsall taking up for the receivers that aren't even playing. Brandon Ayuk's still out, so he's taking that role of wide receiver 2, or maybe even wide receiver 1. And yeah, having a good season. He's going to have a good season. George Kittle, I was very upset he got injured. It looked like he was going to hit my receptions and yards, because we know how many times George Kittle gets the ball, but it just didn't happen, sadly. The Seahawks defense lost in that game, and also to me, Sam Darnold has to play better. Only 150 yards. Now looking like the Vikings quarterback of last year. Yes, he had more weapons, or the biggest weapon in the NFL, but it's still not enough. It's not enough. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a great day. 9 receptions, 124 yards. Looked amazing. It was open anytime Sam Darnold needed to be open, but for majority of the yards to go through one receiver is just not enough. It's just not enough in the NFL. On to the next game. Titans Broncos. Okay. I personally think Cam Ward needs some help. Cam Ward needs some help. Um, yes, he's a rookie, but the offensive line is atrocious. The offensive line sucks. He only had maybe 2 seconds in the pocket before he went down. Yes, the Broncos defense is nasty, but we're also in the NFL, so we gotta give your quarterback some time. So if you want to win as a team, the Lions gonna have to give their quarterback some time. He went 12 for 28, brought 112 yards, no touchdown, no interceptions. His biggest receiver being a running back, Tony Pollard, for 1 reception. Cal really ain't show up. Tyler Lockett ain't show up. Like, it seemed like they didn't show up to win this game. Tony Pollard 18 for 60, average 3 yards a carry. It just didn't seem like that team showed up at all yesterday or on Sunday. Bo Nix. Bo Nix is an interesting topic because Bo Nix had a great season last year, and this game did not look like This did not look like the same Bo Nix we're all used to seeing last year. Bo Nix had 25 for 40, 176 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions, and 2 crucial interceptions at that. The Titans just sadly could not make it happen. They could not make it happen. But 2 crucial interceptions. He had that one big pass to Cortland Sutton. Amazing pass. Cortland Sutton's the dogs. So, yeah. I don't know. The game was disappointing to watch and disappointing to see. Lions versus Packers. The biggest stun, I feel like, of the week. The biggest stun. Even though it's a division game played in Lambeau Field, but it just to me seemed like a stun. Jared Goff, or the Lions, did not play good. Lions did not play good at all. Lions played horrible. Yes, Jared Goff completed most of his yards or his passes. 31 for 39, 225, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception. The rushing attack wasn't there. The Lions rushing attack, like we're used to, was not there. Even the passing attack really wasn't there neither. We're used to the Ben Johnson trick plays. Ben Johnson just wanting to let Jared Goff just throw the ball, and having no Ben Johnson is just looking like a bad look for the Lions. And in an early prediction, I think the Packers will likely take the division, and honestly, it's looking scary. The Lions might not make the playoffs. It's going to be a long season for the Lions if they don't get their stuff together. Texans, Rams. CJ Stroud, he had a sophomore slump last year. It's kind of looking that way again, sadly. Yes, his top receivers are out. Or not his top receiver. His top go-to guy being Tank Dell is out. And Nico Collins coming off injury. But Nico Collins just, I don't know. Texans just need to get their stuff together. CJ Stroud, I feel like. But Puka, looking like the next Cooper Kupp. Puka had a game. Puka, 10 receptions, 130 yards. Devontae Adams actually had a decent game too. I don't know. It just looked very much one-sided most of the game, even though not much production from both offenses. Not the production we're all used to seeing from both. It just, I don't know, lackluster game. Watching NFL Red Zone was not the best watch this week. Watching maybe individual games would have been the way. I should have turned on the Colts. I actually sat there and watched the Colts game. That was a Colts-Dolphins game. Watched Danny Dimes cook up. He's looking like Danny Dimes again. He can earn that nickname back. Rate the best game. I'm not gonna lie, best game of the week. We're moving to the best game of the week. Ravens Bills, my fault. The Ravens offense looking great as always. Bills offense looking great as well. Josh Allen and the reigning MVP, 33 for 46, 394, and 2 passing touchdowns. And then on the ground, 14 carries, 30 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Yes, they were close touchdowns. It's just I don't know, one for the ages. It was actually a game back. It was offensive game all the way. Both defenses need to get their stuff together because 40. Both defenses allowing up 40 plus points or 40 points is absurd. Keon Coleman, second year wide receiver, stepping into one wide receiver one role, just had a great game. Uh, had a great game. I don't know why the Bills could have won the game earlier, but they bit themselves in the foot running a fade ball and 2 point conversion. That's not the best choice I would have gone for. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have gone for that one. Nate Wiggins at that. Uh, then the biggest news: the fan got banned for shoving D Hop and Lamar, but Lamar shoved him back, protecting his teammate. Lamar gave him a mean push, and now that fan can't even come back to the games. It was a Bills fan. He can't step into the any stadiums in NFL, including Baltimore and Buffalo. So that was his last game, and t- but it's probably a decent last game to watch, unless he got kicked out. I don't know if he got kicked out. I gotta maybe look that up. Both offenses, like I said, looked unstoppable, but then at the end, when the Ravens are trying to seal up the game, Derrick Henry gives up a costly fumble, leading to Bills' comeback win. It's just, I don't know. It's just you can't give up wins like that. Maybe not his fault, but you just can't give up fumbles like that. Both QBs had a great game. That was the bet. That was, like I said, that was one of the best games to watch. Sunday night, you know what I mean? Just best game. Uh, they're both going to be MVP. Probably again 1-2, 1B, and MVP. Maybe if Jalen Hurts busts off, he should have. Maybe they should maybe give it to him. But into the last and final game of the week, Vikings Bears. JJ McCarthy showed his inexperience. We all know he was supposed to be a starting quarterback last season. Got drafted, number I think 9 or whatever number, or 12, I forgot, or 10. He got drafted top 15, we'll say. Got injured or had to get surgery on his shoulder. Sat out all last season, and let Sam Darnold cook. If it was in my opinion, if the Vikings didn't draft JJ McCarthy, you move on with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had a great season last season. He was one of the top MVP front runners for his play last year. We all thought Vikings weren't going to have a good season. Sam Darnold's at quarterback, but no, proved us all wrong. It looks like the NFC North is just going to be winner takes all. It's probably going to be the first two. I don't know. It's going to be a really, really good year to watch. Probably one of the best years of football this year. Bears defense looked amazing. Yes, Bears defense applied pressure every play. It looked like J.J. McCarthy didn't have a chance to breathe. Then he threw a costly pick six. Lucky they didn't lose. Caleb Williams played good but couldn't get it done. Couldn't close it out. If it wasn't for that, it would have been scary. It would have been really scary. But that's week 1 football. We're going to look towards week 2 games. Commanders Packers. That's going to be a great game, but I'm not going to lie, I'm going with the Packers. Giants Cowboys. Cowboys are going to sweep the floor. Steelers Seahawks. Surprisingly, I'm going with the Steelers. After last week, Steelers DK first time back in Seattle. He's going to It's gonna be DK's first time playing Seattle since they left. Not back in Seattle. My fault for that one. Rams Titans is gonna go to the Rams. Bills Jets is gonna go to the Bills. Dolphins Patriots is going to the Patriots. It's gonna be they're gonna go 1-1 this week. Bengals Jaguars. I don't know if Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase play, or Joe Burrow plays like that this week, it's going to go towards Jaguars, because Jaguars actually had a decent game last week. Eagles also traded for Tank Bigsby, so we're going to see how the rushing attack is going to be this week. 49ers versus Saints. I don't know. The Saints could pull it off. I genuinely believe they could pull it off. Browns Ravens, that's going to the Ravens. No question about that one. Bears Lions. I'm not going to lie. If the Lions play like they did, the Bears will win that game. Uh, Broncos Colts. Broncos Colts. We're gonna go Broncos, but Colts. If Danny Dimes has a game again, it could go both ways. Cardinals Panthers is gonna go Panthers. I mean no, not Cardinals. Chiefs Eagles. I don't know. I don't know. The biased Eagles fans wants me to say Eagles, but I'm just gonna say Eagles. No Xavier Worthy probably next week. That's our biggest weapon. Yes, our secondary is looking weak, but our pass rush will be there. Jalen Carter hasn't got suspended yet, so we're looking towards that. Falcons, Vikings. We're gonna go Falcons. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Falcons. I love the Falcons this year. Buccaneers, Titans. CJ Stroud, if he gets his stuff together, it's gonna be Titan Texans. I mean Texans. Chargers, Raiders, Chargers. But as for my week 2 predictions, stay tuned to my TikTok because I will be posting some clips from this onto TikTok. Uh, yeah. Is that everything? Do I have everything? But yeah. So this has been the first episode of Detox Sports. Just recapping the week. It's been my fault. It's been your first episode of JerseyBoyz podcast. Just me recapping the week. We're going to be more interactive. If you want to join my Discord and join the Discord link down below. I will be posting. There is one for bet slips in here. Don't talk about it, but let's put that there. I'm be applying some putting bet slips in our. We're going to be all able to. We're going to collaborate and be able to share our either hits for the week or our lines for the week in the Discord, and basically just channel just ideas. There's an ideas page if you want to leave any ideas for me to do. Also, I am looking for a co-host to help me co-host this. So if you're interested, you can join the Discord and then DM me on Discord. And next week, there's a sports talk and show channel. So if you wanted to sit around and chill, I have my Discord up, and I do have the audio from this going to Discord, so you'll be able to hear me, comment, chat back. We can go back and forth about stuff, and that's what I truly want this podcast to be, like a sit and like while you're at the barbershop, y'all just sitting talking about sports. And this is any free crazy sports takes. This is your chance to get that done. So it's your host Darren or D, and I'll see you guys next week, next Tuesday. Have a good one.